lines are being blurred. Richmond is local. At this point in time, 2 hours away isn't not local. You know what I'm saying?
That's a drive, though.
Yeah, it's a drive.
It's a haul. Yeah, it is.
And you have to pass King's Dominion, shitty-ass amusement park going out.
What? Pause. Wait a minute. How is King's Dominion more shittier than the shit that we call Six Flags owned by Dan Snyder, okay? Because
excuse me.
what is it, Six Flags?
Yeah, Six Flags.
It doesn't even deserve the name of Six Flags. Like, that park is so small, you can go from one end to the other in like 30 minutes. It has like 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 tops roller coasters. Like, that amusement park is whack.
Yeah,
There's no way near. There's no way. No way at all. It's better than King's Dominion.
Every single time me and you and Dee went to Six Flags this summer, the rides were always
a lot of them. Yeah.
People always getting arrested for fighting. It's just ghetto.
Well, I never saw that, but like rides would literally break down while you were standing in line for them. Yeah, all the time. All the time, yeah.
But since
that amusement park sucks.
I've been there so long. It's been years since I've been there.
I can't believe we had a season pass.
Since we are talking about that shitty amusement park and the owner of it, who is Dan Snyder, who also owns the Redskins, why don't we get into this next story?
So this is a Redskins story.
Do it.
I guess it is appropriate since Dan Snyder does own the Redskins.
Do it.
You want me to do it?
Do it.
You want me to do it?
Yeah,
I'm doing it then.
On, Miss.
All right.
Kiss Murphy.
So a group of U.S. House members. I'm trying to totally ignore you right now. Lawmakers offer bill to ban Redskins trademark.
Whoa. Say that again?
Lawmakers offer bill to ban Redskins trademark because it's been like controversy recently.
Is this like one of those things where the Native Americans are getting pissed again?
Yes.
Well, is it really the Native Americans that are getting pissed, or just like other
before.
people?
No, it's the Native Americans. Here's what
are they really getting pissed though?
The couple of Native Americans left.
There's more than a couple. There's
a couple. Okay.
So
first off, I saw this special today that says the Native Americans, they were actually blacks. Okay.
On that note, because you have the Esquire magazine, even though I hate that magazine because they suck. Like, I love Maxim over the Esquire, but they had an article this past week. Yeah, Topanga, whatever. Like, she's not really that bad, but anyway, that's Maxim you're thinking about. Yeah, that's Maxim. That's Topanga's on.
I remember. Wow, I haven't seen her since that movie she did.
So Esquire had an article. That's Maxim. It's a different magazine. It's not even the same one. Stop talking about Topanga, okay? We know. Boy Meets World. So what?
Hey, that was a reason to watch the show.
Hey, girl meets my dick.
Topanga? Really?
You watched that show because of the main character? No.
I mean, I always had a crush on Topanga, but like that wasn't the reason why I watched the show. I like the story, and it was always on, right?
Actually, she took my magazine, and there's sticky spots you'll find
on the
pictures of Topanga, and it's not from me because I think that was her.
Yeah, because I jizz all over the magazine, right?
You know, you squirt all over the magazine.
Right? Yeah, I definitely do that.
Okay, so
can we get back to the story?
Go ahead. Tell us what you were saying about the magazine. You said Esquire.
We were talking about the Redskins. And I was because you were trying to say that the blacks. What were you trying to say? That the Indians are black?
I saw this special, this YouTube special, where it says Africans, like what we are, Africans, slave Africans, aren't from Africa. Like, as in, they weren't brought here on ships. We were already over here.
Okay.
And I've also read in many historical documents and also heard from people that live in the South that we were here before slavery. And then that most of the people that they called Indians.
Probably some.
Were from African descent, but from a while before the Pilgrims got here. And all the people, like the Mexicans and all that shit, when you start to track back their lines and how they look, and when you look at all the old documentation and pictures of the Indians from back in them days, they were really Africans, and throughout the years they kept lightening up the skin.
So you're saying that they hit like Central America, South America, and traveled north?
What I'm saying is we were already here. And there were also documents that have said that we were already here. The Moors, all that shit. We were already here, and they called us Indians. And then fucking throughout the years, lightened the shit out of us. I'll show you the documentary.
So what I'm going to say is I don't necessarily agree with you completely, but a lot of the people that are Native Americans do look like they're African Americans. They do look black, and you probably couldn't tell the difference just by looking at them
slightly
one from the
redder
other.
Hue, yeah, I can see that.
But they're not all that stereotypical Indian. All that shit, you know what I mean? With the two braids down and the yellow skin or whatever. Like they're not all like that. Some of them look like they're black.
Here's the other thing. In the
some of them do look straight up black.
video I was watching, when they compared Africans, like Africans, to what the slaves over here look like, they don't even hit. It's not even close. Like fucking the slaves over here look more like Mexicans and what we call Indians, like Native Americans versus Africans. And there's no way there's enough time for them to keep crossbreeding with white people to look like that.
Not in that generation.
Not in that generation.
Yeah.
So basically what I'm saying is they've been lying to us. Niggas was here before the fucking crackers. And you got to believe that shit. You got to. You got to believe that shit.
He looks black, right?
Yeah, he from a distance. Yeah, He's actually. Oh, okay. So
well, I mean, technically, but that's what my mom will say too. My mom's mom. They claim Indian like shit. They're like, yo, we are definitely, and see, that's the thing that's fucked up is we don't know. Why don't we know? Because motherfuckers lie about history and no one keeps good notes. It's not even necessarily lying. It's more like, why the fuck am I going to keep track of this shit? I'm going to be dead in about 30 years anyways. You know what I'm saying? And throughout the time, stories get twisted. You want to fuck some people over? You say you brought them all over on boats. When that's not the damn truth. That's not the fucking truth. You didn't bring all of us over on boats. See, it didn't happen. Niggas was here before that. Black people was here before that.
So you said all of us should be out there protesting against the Redskins symbol because that's a black guy.
I don't think so.
You know what I think? I think unless I first off, do not change the name of the Redskins. Here's why. Okay, the only reason I even think about American Indians is because of that fucking logo on that helmet. No bullshit.
Pause.
No.
Pause. Let me just throw a question out there. No. Let me throw a question out there.
Right,
no.
Right,
if it was called the Colors, okay.
If it
was called the Colors and not the niggers, because the niggers is like clear cut. That's racist, and you don't want to hear that. But if it was called the Colors, which is a little bit more,
it's not. It doesn't strike as harsh. The flow is hard.
Yes, but if it was the Colors, would that be okay?
No.
Would you be okay with calling the team the Colors?
The Washington Colors.
Yes.
I would be okay if they called them the Washington Niggas. I would not be okay if they called them the Washington Colors. I'd not be okay with the Washington Warriors. I'd be okay with the Washington Porch Monkeys. I'd be okay with the Washington Honkies. But I would not be okay with the Washington
I don't
Colors.
buy it. I just don't buy it.
I like the Washington Warriors. That sounds pretty good.
That's what it's going to end up being. I'll put money on it right now.
I don't mind that name.
Right now.
I don't mind that name.
Within not the next 3 to 5, next 5 to 10 years, they're gonna have to switch the name because it is racist to go around and be like, hey, Redskin, especially since none of them motherfuckers are still alive. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and
is it racist to say, hey, black skin?
Oh, you might want to hit the nerd button, okay? Because if they call it the Washington Warriors, then we're also going to have the Washington Wizards. So we'll have the Wizards and Warriors.
Wizards versus the Warriors?
No, Wizards and Warriors.
You are a huge nerd.
Yeah, okay. It was a game.
Now here's the thing.
It was a game. So.
Oh, was that?
Yeah, Wizards and Warriors,
was it really?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that is kind of nerding out.
But here's the thing, right? I'll be honest with you.
Was it a card game?
I see the Washington Redskins thing. First off, the Redskins, the whole history of the Redskins fucked up. They were the last team to let a black person on their team.
Really?
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They were the last ones to let a black person on the goddamn team. That's why a lot of black people from this area go for the Cowboys.
You think that Chocolate City would have, wouldn't be the last? Wow, what year did they finally have a black person on the team?
I don't know, but they were definitely last. And the reason and see, that's a lot of black people from this area. They hold on to that shit. You know how old niggas from this area
yeah, they hold grudges like that.
The old niggas from this area, they're like, oh, fuck that. This is Chocolate City and blah, blah, blah. Actually, truth of the matter is, this city has never been Chocolate City, okay? There's a bunch of fucking Indians here, and then they got kicked the fuck out, and it's always been about half and half. It's always been half and half until the 80s when the fucking El Salvadorians came and they surpassed both of us.
Yeah, they kind of outnumber us all now.
And I'm getting this information from an old black lady that used to be my shrink. Because I used to be like, isn't it messed up how the white people come in here and they take over where all the black people pee? It used to be Chocolate City. And she goes, no, youngin', you don't know shit. Here's the truth of the matter. When I grew up in D.C., and this lady's like 80 years old, okay? So she's old enough to know, and she's never left. She said, when I grew up in D.C., it was always 50-50. When it switched to being more blacks is when they cut them parts of Maryland and Virginia out of D.C. Because remember, that happened during the 70s. Because D.C. used to go to PG County out by Oxon Hill. And it also used to go down into Fairfax County. Alexandria used to be part of D.C., all that shit.
So what, it stopped at the Woodrow Wilson?
No, it used to go down 395 some into Alexandria, like DC used to be, and then they cut out sections of it. Oh, no. And they gave part of it to Maryland and part of it to Virginia. So DC technically used to go to Oxon Hill and then out into Virginia some too.
Okay.
So back then it was more mixed because there used to be farms and shit, and up until like what the late 60s, mid 70s, late 70s, that was all farmland. No one lived out there. They didn't even have the Beltway until the 60s. So DC's never been Chocolate City. They should leave it the Redskins or call it the Washington Niggas.
Or the Warriors.
That's what's going to be called.
Okay.
It's definitely going to be the Washington Warriors. And if you like Dan Snyder, if you don't like Dan Snyder, don't let him change the team name. Because the only one that profits from that is who?
Dan Snyder himself.
That's right. Because, hey, more jerseys to be sold, more branding to be done. Everyone's going to have to get their brand new Washington Warriors stuff. Nah. And do you think you're really helping any American Indians by totally disregarding them? You get rid of the name.
Well, pause.
Hold on. No.
Okay.
Because you stopped me last time.
Okay, whatever. I'm just saying, because you went on that whole tangent about the whole you're going to be able to be able to profit off the whole Redskins name change. The whole thing is like this bill is prohibiting the term Redskins from being trademarked. Therefore, anybody can profit off the term Redskins. So I can make a Redskins T-shirt and sell on the street and be able to make money without having the fear of being sued by Dan Snyder.
When you think about it, you shouldn't be able to trademark a racist term. I shouldn't be. If we can, why don't me and you go and trademark African?
I don't know.
I think that's a cool.
We can trademark African right now. But here's the thing, right?
Don't encourage.
The only time I think of Indians, I'm sorry to sound like a piece of shit, racist, like I don't care. I think of Indians 3 times of the year. When I pass the Smithsonian Indian Museum.
Native American Museum is what it's called.
But Indians.
Native American, National Museum of the American Indian, actually.
Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving
is the second time I think about Indians.
It's fucked up.
Right?
Smallpox.
Is it right? Blankets.
What, Lone Ranger?
And then after that, when the Redskins play. That's the only time I think about Indians. Is when the Washington Redskins are playing. And I know it's fucked up that you have to have a racist-ass team name to give tribute to them, but you know what? It's better than forgetting them altogether. And if there was not that museum on the corner from my house, and Thanksgiving, and the Washington Redskins, I wouldn't think about the Indians for shit. I wouldn't even think about them. They wouldn't even pass my mind ever.
Until you saw a hot Indian in a porno.
When do you see a hot Indian that's not Mexican?
Rare.
I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
All right. You got me there. I was just throwing it out there. All right. Whatever. That was basically the whole story.
Are you sure?
No, that was literally the whole story. Yeah, they're just trying to ban Redskins from being trademarked. Yeah.
So, guys, real quick, do you think the Redskins should change their name?
If they do to the Warriors, I say yes.
I could care less.
Right?
Because that's a cool name.
No, that is cool, but it doesn't offend me.
See,
the way it is.
That's what I'm talking about.
Just because it's been that way for so long.
Yeah.
No, because you know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen if they call them the Warriors? That means that people are going to go to the games. They're going to have 3 beer bottles and clang them together and go, Warriors, come out to play.
Wait, I don't get it.
Think about that, did you?
I don't get it.
You don't know the movie. Oh.
What movie?
The Warriors. You never saw the Warriors. Oh, my God. They take place in New York. And you don't know who the Warriors are.
I'm so embarrassed right now. Like, I don't know who the Warriors are.
Well, technically, Coney Island. That's where they represented.
Coney Island?
They represented Coney. They were the
That's
Coney
Brooklyn.
Island Warriors. Yeah, they were the Coney Island Warriors.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll bring the movie in. You have to see the Warriors.
What kind of movie is this?
It's it's basically a gang trying to get home from Brooklyn, but every single gang in the city is after them.
All right, basically, let me sum it up for you a little bit better. They have a big gang meeting, right? They all meet up, and then the leader of the big gang meeting gets killed, and they blame it on these white boys from Coney Island, and so they have to get
all white.
Aren't the Warriors all white?
No.
Coney Island is not all white. Let's be clear about that.
It was a mixed group, black and white.
That's how Coney Island is, exactly,
Okay, well, guess what? They had to fucking escape, and it's a big-ass fight all the way.
They had to fight all the way back from Brooklyn to Coney Island. They had to fight. That ain't far away.
I was gonna say Brooklyn is in Coney Island, but that's definitely not far.
The Bronx was the Bronx.
Yeah,
the Bronx. Sorry, the Bronx to Coney.
So Smurf, how far is the Bronx from Coney Island?
It really depends on how far in the Bronx you're going. That could definitely be like an hour train ride.
So is it something that you might die doing if people were trying to kill you?
Yes, of course, yes, definitely.
Oh, especially if there was a radio show hostess, the most popular radio show hostess on the air telling people where you're at.
Oh yeah, you'd definitely be dead. Did the person not die?
No, they made it.
Oh, did they?
They all didn't make it now.
Really?
No.
They couldn't have all made it.
Not only were the gangs after them, the cops were too.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, so not all of them made it.
I'm not surprised.
I'll let you borrow the movie.
When was this? What year was that?
Oh, the year was 1979.
Yeah, it was definitely.
Wait, so
it's a 70s movie.
That explains why I didn't see the movie.
That explains why Smurf, you don't know it.
It's not black and white though, right?
80s child. No, it's not.
Took
place in the 70s. They had color back then.
Now, check this out.
I don't know.
All right.
It's 9:20. We're going to go long today. Do you guys care?
Are we going long?
Okay.
You know what? We got some news stories. Smurfy got to go pee.
Which I'm going to go do right now.
Which she's going to go do right now.
You want to play something? You want to play a song?
I'm going to play a new video by Shadow Boogie. But first, I want y'all, especially Kate to the C, come here. Take a look at this little video segment. I know Smurfy's going away to pee, but this is... Here, come here real quick. It's funny. I'll play the video. Come back, Smurf.
Let Casey
All right,
see
Casey,
it.
You'll like this one. I like pulling up crazy-ass videos for you. All right, this one's pretty good. Who is Dan Snyder, who also owns the Redskins, while we get into this next story.
So this is a Redskins story.
Do it.
I guess it is appropriate since Dan Snyder does own the Redskins.
Do it.
You want me to do it?
Do it.
You want me to do it?
Yeah,
I'm doing it then.
On, miss.
All right. By Dan Snyder, okay? Because
excuse me.
what is it, Six Flags?
Yeah, Six Flags.
It doesn't even deserve the name of Six Flags. Like, that park is so small. You can go from one end to the other in like 30 minutes. It has like 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 tops roller coasters. Like, that amusement park is whack.
Yeah,
There's no way near. There's no way. No way at all. It's better than King's Dominion.
Every single time me and you and Dee went to Six Flags this summer, the rides were always
a lot of them. Yeah.
People always getting arrested for fighting. It's just ghetto.
Well, I never saw that, but like rides would literally break down while you were standing in line for them. Yeah, all the time. All the time, yeah.
But since
that amusement park sucks.
I've been there so long. It's been years since I've been there.
I can't believe we had a season pass.
Since we are talking about that shitty amusement park and the owner of it, Kiss Smurfy.
So a group of U.S. House members. I'm trying to totally ignore you right now. Lawmakers offer bill to ban Redskins trademark. Damn,
whoa. Say that again?
Lawmakers offer bill to ban Redskins trademark because it's been like controversy recently.
Is this like one of those things where the Native Americans are getting pissed?
Lines are being blurred. Richmond is local. At this point in time, 2 hours away isn't not local. You know what I'm saying?
That's a drive though.
Yeah, it's a drive.
It's a haul. Yeah, it is.
And you have to pass King's Dominion, shitty ass amusement park going out.
What? Pause. Wait a minute. How is King's Dominion more shittier than the shit that we call
Six Flags?